this computer. Okay, so welcome everyone today or this evening for taking some time out. I am going to just do a basic onboarding about your back office and your dashboard, and so you can know exactly where to start and where to find everything, where to find all the Aussie-based suppliers and all the information that we need as Aussie or New Zealand agents. And I say New Zealand agents because I have a New Zealand agent. Okay, so your back office will look something like this. I'm sharing my screen now, so you should be able to see. And the first thing you need to do once you get your login details from your welcome letter is to log in, and you should see a dashboard a bit like this. On the left-hand side, you have a really nice menu, and the first thing that you need to look at is the thing highlighted in yellow is the travel training program. So if you click on that, this is the first thing you need to complete. Oh, I've done it all the time. I forget to log in first because it's been sitting on my computer for a few minutes. Okay, log in. And then you'll find your dashboard and then click on Travel Training Program. Now this one, obviously, I've completed it so that this is what it looks like when it's complete. But if you can scroll down, you can see that there's 8 videos there. And if they haven't been completed, you won't actually have this little tick on each one. So there's eight modules. This is a very, very basic introduction. And so it's just for you to get orientated to just a very basic introduction about the travel. So each module, once you've completed it, you get a tick. You watch the video, it doesn't last very long. They're only very short videos. Answer a few questions, and then it's completed. You move along to all of them. And once you've finished all of them, you need to log out and log back in. And when you log back in, this will come up. Congratulations, you've completed your PTA training. And this little button here, you can download your certificate of completion. So if I clicked on that, it'll open up. And while it loads, you'll get a certificate of completion with your name on it. One last thing before you go from this page, you click on this video. There's one last video from Ron Archer to welcome you to the company. If you go back to your dashboard, there's a few things that you need to see. So up here on the right-hand side, you have your ID number and your name. If you scroll down, you will see there's lots of information. This part of the dashboard is a membership part of the dashboard. So this is all to do with members. You'll see there's lots of presentations, different corporate presentations. There's also the Mexico presentations, corporate trainings. These are really good to jump on if you have the time. Just because they're US based, they are still, a lot of them are very, very good information for any agent to use. Especially cruise training is good. Learn and Earn, that was a really good training I did last week with Amy Cabrera. She was teaching how to use ChatGPT and how to make reels and how to promote yourself on social media and different things like that. So they're very good trainings if you're able to get onto them. If you scroll down, there is also a video on how to use Evo Plus. I'll show you where that is located in a minute. And where to click to sign up for your website. You each get a website that you can customize. So you can click on there, add your Evo ID in there, and you'll get a website, and I'll show you what it looks like in a minute. If you scroll back up, on the left-hand side, there's plenty of different things that you can look at your leisure. I don't want to go through them all at a beginning stage because you'll get very overwhelmed. But, you know, quick start documents, you can have a look at that. Evo Plus, that yellow video, this is the Evo Plus program. As part of your membership, you're able to access wholesale rates on hotels and things worldwide. Takes a little bit to load, but you can look up there for some different discounts and stuff on hotels worldwide. For me, I've only just started using it, and it works. I made a really nice little commission just before Christmas, over $700 on a week in Orlando that somebody booked with me. And I find this is really helpful if you're looking for a destination rather than a specific hotel. So, for instance, I had somebody message me that wanted to go to Orlando, so I put in destination Orlando. I didn't put in a specific hotel. That way, you can bring up a range of hotels that suit the destination. You can find the best deal that you can for your clients that way. So it works well if you're looking for a destination, not for a specific hotel. Also, if you look at the pay now, if you need to update your payment details for your monthly payments, you go here and you can update your payments. You can also update your payments in here and your personal info if you need to do that. If you decided down the track you wanted to cancel your account, you go into here. It's very easy to do so. And then if you want to go to the travel side now, you go to Travel Cafe. This part of the site is all where all the travel information is. Okay. If you go to Australia, international agents and to Australia, all our stuff is all located in a central location. So everything you need to know for Australian agents is all here. You have business card requirements, checklists, commissions, all that sort of stuff is all located here. But I would suggest that everybody read through everything that you can find on that page, because there's lots of information there. And, there's on the front page here, if you need help, Dave McCann, you can email. We have the toll-free number to the US if you need to call that. Important reference numbers, if you've been asked for a TIDS number or cruise line reference numbers, they're all listed here for you. One of the most important things you need to do is to set up your commissions. If you don't set up how you're going to get paid, then you won't get paid for the work that you do. So it's very important. There's some general information on to email Evo commissions. So what you need to do is go into commission setup account, click Australian agents. Click here for the commission form, and this is your form that you need to do to set up your commissions for to get paid properly. Make sure your agent ID number is correct. Put a new submission in. Unless you've already set this up before and you need to change it, then you can use change or update. Put in your details, your name, your country, your email address that you have registered with Archer with, your details, your bank details, and click submit. Once you do this, then your commissions will go to the nominated bank that you've selected. So there's also commissions for frequently asked questions, so you can also go down there and have a look at all the frequently asked questions. Commission tracking forms. Once you do your deposit or your final payment, you need to log into your travel sites and submit your tracking forms. I will show you that in a minute. Another really important thing to know to start off with is where to find your suppliers. So your suppliers are here. Now I suggest as brand new agents, you only sign up to a couple, but Expedia Tap and Viator would be the first two. And then if you are into cruising or something else along those lines, most agents tend to want to learn about cruises. I would suggest WLCL and maybe Carnival, depending on what your niche might be. You might not want to do cruises, but you've got a lot of different suppliers here that you can choose from. But I wouldn't suggest signing up for any more than just a couple at a time and learning them first. The suppliers are all listed in alphabetical order, so we have quite a list. From tour companies to cruise companies. We have quite a few new ones as well. Covermore is also a really good one to register for and do their training. Once your training has been completed with Covermore and you're accredited, you can then sell travel insurance to your clients, which is a really good add-on. And we should all be reminding our clients that they need to have travel insurance before they travel. So you've got a whole lot of different vendors here. And so with each vendor is a different way to register. So for instance, if you want to register for, let's say we go for WLCL, which is a very popular one because you have a few of the cruise companies, Princess and P&O, which will be moving over. Click on the vendor you want to register with. Each vendor has their own specific instructions on how to register. Make sure you're very careful about reading all the information about each vendor before you register with them. There's contact information and then there's how to register. Okay. For this vendor, you have to submit a supplier request form and it can take up to 3 to 4 business days for your logins to reach you. Some vendors require supplier request forms, not many of them, but a few of them do. So you just click on the form to open it. You agree that you live in Australia or New Zealand, click that. Read through the terms and conditions. Accept the terms and conditions, put your name, your Evo ID, the email that you have used to register your account with. Always use that one. And then click the supplier that you're using. In this case, we were requesting WLCL, so we would click on WLCL. All these vendors require a supplier request form. If you wanted to also register for Club Med, for instance, or Azamara, you would have to do a separate form each time. So one vendor per form. You click accept the terms and conditions, and then you click submit. And then that gets sent to Archer and they organise the logins for that vendor. Other vendors have different ways to register. So if I just go back here, for instance, if you wanted to register for Carnival, for instance, you would find Carnival, click on the information. Now carefully read the information that is provided to you. Read how to register. It is set out step by step. So fill in your information, first name, put your Evo ID number. So it's all set out step by step. Your request will be declined if you have not done your Evolution Travel Training Program. So that certificate, that bright yellow tab in the back office, that initial training program has to be finished before you are able to register for any vendors. Once you've done what it says, then it'll take a couple of weeks. So a couple of days, hopefully, sometimes up to a week. If you click on register now, this is the registration form for you to fill out, but make sure you take a screenshot of something of the instructions so that you have it in front of you while you're trying to register and you use the instructions specifically. Also, you will have a travel agent portal for each of the suppliers. So when you get your logins from your registration, this is where you go for Carnival, for instance, and log in via this portal. So it's a really good idea. I do this all the time. I have my own little notebook, and each page has each vendor, the login, the agent portal, my username, my password, and any other information. Maybe there might be their phone number if I need to call them, any information that I need to add to that page. So each page has got its own vendor information on it. That goes with me in my handbag wherever I go. So if I ever need to look up or log into an agent portal for any reason, then I have my login details. And if my computer crashes and I lose all my data, I still am able to log into my bookings. So it's a really sensible thing to do. Okay, if I go back here, so that's your suppliers. Also, if you just want the supplier request form for any of the other suppliers, you just can click on that and get that as well. Trainings is very important as well. All the trainings are in here, or you can also click up here and it brings the same tab up. International agents, click on Australia, and you can find here our supplier trainings. These are all recordings from the suppliers that have done live trainings in our Aussie agent page. So if you don't have the chance to actually go online and watch the trainings as they're live, then once they've been recorded, they get put in here for future reference. So you can always go here and you can look up whichever vendor that you're looking at or supplier, and you can watch their trainings, their live trainings that they did. If you're able to see the ones on the Facebook page as they're on, you're able to ask questions while they're training. And you can actually, speak to the BDMs directly, which is really good. But if you miss it and you can't, because of whatever timing or you might be at work or whatever is going on, that's fine. They're listed in here. Other places to find training in your travel agent portals from your vendors. So once you get your logins, you can go in and you can find their training. Each vendor normally has either trainings or manuals that you can use to do the bookings and to learn about the vendor brands. Okay, so if I go back. There's also lots of other sort of trainings. You don't just have to do those trainings. There's destinations trainings. You can click on any of these and find different destinations that you can learn about. There's trainings on groups. There's trainings on how to do commissions. There's quick start trainings. One that is a really good training that is a free one is a sales training certification program. This is with Mike Archer. You can actually do that. There's, I think there's 5 videos in the series. You can actually get a certificate once you've completed it. So that's a really good sales training as well. And that's completely free. I'll just go back. So there's plenty of training as well as the live corporate trainings as well. So you can go in here and you can have a look at any of this sort of stuff. Archer Go app though, I wouldn't bother with that as Australian and New Zealand agents because it doesn't work here. So don't even worry about that one. Some of the things that the US have don't work here, but that's we don't need that one. Commission tracking form step by step. It'll show you how to fill out one of those. Okay, so if I go back, here, I'm going to have to log in again. And I go to my travel site. Okay, so you each get a travel site that you can customize. So you can change your profile picture, you can, change your bio here, you can even update the specials. I haven't updated mine for a very long time. I don't actually use my website very much, but you can go in and do all that. So you can log in and it tells you all the information here. Welcome to your Evo website dashboard. You can go in here. It tells you how to edit your profile. You can click on edit profile over here. And you can change your photo. You can change your address, phone number, whatever that you want to be on there. You can change your bio and then you can update it. You can also add photos to the photo gallery. So you can go in and add photos to it if you want to. From your clients, they might send you photos or photos of you traveling different places. You can add those in there. You can change your special on the page, like I said. So if you click on here, you can go in and you can copy and paste some details from maybe an email that a supplier sent you, or some of the marketing materials that are in an agent website portal, and you can make up your own specials here. You can actually make up to 2, and they can be on a rotation. Okay. Another thing down here is your commission tracking forms. You can actually go in here and submit your commission tracking forms once you've had a deposit paid, or once you've got final payment paid. It's up to you. It doesn't matter if you put it in when it's just been a deposit. That's fine. I think this will be blank until you've actually filled it out once, and then it pre-populates to whatever details that you've got going on there. Make sure you put in your traveller names and their phone number and email, departure date, return date, and the itinerary. So, for instance, if it's a cruise ship, put whatever cruise ship it's on. It could be, like Pacific Explorer, South Pacific, 9-day cruise. Make sure you have the booking information, the ticket number or confirmation number, the supplier name, whatever information you can put down here. Put as much information in as you can, because that helps them to match the commissions when they come in from the vendors. Put in your total price and what your estimated commission would be. The form of payment. So if they pay by credit card, and just the last 4 digits of the credit card, don't put the full details in, and any comments that you might need to put in there that make it easier for them to track whose booking this belongs to. Then you click submit. Once you've submitted it, you should get an email pretty much straight away from the commissions department to say that they've received it. Usually that it's like drop form received or something like that. And then it should show up in your submitted commissions. So it'll have your details of the bookings there. And once they've been paid, they should show up here, what commissions have been paid. So then you can track which ones are still owing, which ones have been paid, and you can cross them off your list. Something else that oh, that's right. Down here, where's my commission form? If for some reason your commission hasn't been paid and it's 60 to 90 days after the travel has been completed, then fill out a commission inquiry form and submit that. And you should also get an email to say that's been submitted, and so that you know that inquiry has gone through. Okay, so you go back down to the bottom and go to back office. It should take you back to your login page to go back to your front dashboard. Back to the beginning. Okay, has anyone got any questions, anything else they would like to know? I think as far as a basic onboarding and beginning thing, I don't want to overload anyone. So like once you do your travel training program, then you can register for vendors. So then go into the travel cafe, hold on, international agents, Australia, and then you can register for a couple of vendors, learn about those vendors before you start, before you register for more. So I find agents get very overwhelmed if they sign up for too many vendors at once. So just register for a couple, 2 or 3 maximum, learn those vendors, get their login details, do the vendor trainings for those, learn those vendors really well, and then as you go, you can add more vendors as you go. Okay, has anyone got any questions or want to ask anything? Want to say anything?
I have a question. Sorry, I'm going to unvideo myself. There we go. I have a question. I just noticed under the commissions, when you register your commission form, when you put your commission form in, you set up your commission form. I noticed that it has Ys. So like you have to put your wires, if you don't have a wires card, you'll need
I
to
think
get
that's
one.
something very new.
Yeah.
That now that they are, I think they brought it in for the UK originally because they had to pay all the UK agents from Wise.
Okay.
That you can now set up a Wise account and get paid into your Wise account. I
Okay.
personally am still getting paid into my bank account.
Oh, so that is an option. You don't have to put your wires account. You can just put a normal
Well,
account in there.
I have only got my bank account in there and I've had no problems getting my commissions every fortnight.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
But I think moving forward, they're probably wanting people to use Wise more.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I have a wires card, but and I
I have
put
one
that in
too, but
there, but
I haven't linked it in there yet.
yeah, right. Okay.
We don't need a
Um,
Wise account, Jen has said, so I think it's an option. We don't have to have it.
yeah, okay. Awesome. That's
Yep.
good to know.
Thank you, Jen. I
Just
wasn't
so if
exactly
anyone
sure
got
because
confused when they saw
yeah,
that wires and they were like, well, what's a wires?
yeah. Like I said, I'm still getting paid directly into my bank account. So,
Okay.
yeah, I haven't had any problems with that. Okay, any other questions?
Yeah.
Were you all good? The really new ones that have just started, have you got any questions? I'll just stop the share here. No, we're all good. Fantastic. All right, well, I am going to, that's official from head office. Fantastic, Jen. Just what I want to hear. I was going to ask about that. We can also set up payment for US suppliers to the same bank account information through Wise, and we will let the agent know if there is anything else to be submitted at that time. Perfect. Thank
So
you.
can I ask one more question just in regards to that?
Yep.
If you're using the Wise card, you can select the Australian account and get paid in Australian dollars. It doesn't have to be USD, does it? It's
Yeah, no, it
because
gets paid in Australian dollars.
excellent. Okay, perfect.
Yes. Yes, most definitely. Um, yep, that's perfect.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, I might turn the recording off if I can. Stop the recording.